everybody. Welcome to the Urban Hermit Podcast. Cameron Jones here, along with my co-host,
Mark Nussle.
Jordan Jones. You want to hear an epiphany I thought about today?
Sure.
I don't think I've worked for anything in my life. Like, I've gotten stuff
Was this
by
on the
showing
toilet
up.
or in the shower?
Probably at work. Probably, like, during my job.
While you were doing something
rough
for
start
your life.
to
No. Like, listen, I go to work, and I've done stuff like get a college degree and that type of stuff, and I do the podcast, but I don't feel like
Avery,
I'm working
close your
towards
ears.
anything. No, even that, like,
Oh, Jesus.
So,
you know, I did very little for that. I mean, you know what I did to
so you're
get
saying
it, but
that your life is like that Kids in the Hall sketch with that doctor who faked his way. He's like, turns out you can fake your way all the way to the top.
Well, I'm definitely not at the top, but I don't think I faked anything, but yeah, pretty much.
You faked your
can
way
have
into
a
a lot of... No, I don't know.
Yeah, you've definitely you're not faking anything with some of the nicknames I know you've had at some of your jobs, such as Eeyore. I don't think you're fake bringing it.
No, I don't think so either, but like, no, that's my point. Like, I don't think I do anything. I've just, existed. Maybe that's why I have no gray hairs, because I've never put any stress on myself.
I have so many gray hairs.
Oh, no, he's eating pretzel thins, isn't
Yeah,
he?
what are you doing here? You're just
Right,
bringing
This is the mic.
you're just
This
bringing
is
us
not an
down,
ASMR
stress
version
eating.
of this episode.
Or on 3 different sources of audio. Just edit around it.
Let me flip this on its script here a little bit. Let me ask you guys a question.
Sure.
Let's get us on some sort of tangent here. What's an
It's
activity?
Snuffleupagus anyway, Cameron. It wasn't Eeyore.
Sorry.
That's almost more insulting.
Well, one looks.
Eeyore at least
One's
had
a
a
big
brand.
Are you
I'm
sure you
gonna
haven't
end
been called? No, the bakery. They called you Eeyore.
Well,
at the
that's
bakery
tough that
called
he's
me
been called
Eeyore?
both.
Jesus.
This was to your face. You had conversations about it.
Both were to his face.
To my face.
Yeah, I think people usually bring it up to you. You're like, do you know who you remind me of?
I don't think I'm that depressing. I've gotten that from a lot of people, but I think
I've worked with you now at 2 different jobs. You don't bring the smiles. I'll say that much. You know what?
The fuck am I, a dentist?
No,
I don't
but-
bring the smiles.
Well, here, little listener context for everybody. Here's how we start almost every podcast when Jordan gets on Skype. Hey, what's up?
We all do mic checks in different ways. You get your audio levels. I just want to know that what I'm
Jordan,
doing
that's
is
a
gonna
morale
register.
check, and it's checking in low.
If you had a little tent that was in the rain and you kind of sort of cuddled under that, that's Eeyore.
I wouldn't have a tent, though. I'd just be in the rain.
You'd be in the
what
rain.
What an ambitious person.
No, my question is, what are some activities that
Can
are,
I just make one caveat? Here's what I don't get. If I'm so down and depressing, why do people like me?
Well, here's the thing, Jordan. We gotta.
Yeah, you're funny, but what's you have to? I didn't say you were depressing. I just say you're not bringing it to work. I'm just saying you're.
You said Eeyore. Isn't Eeyore the most depressing character?
Snuffleupagus wasn't depressing, but he was kind of a
Slow, sad-eye guy?
pompous, slow asshole. Yeah,
Was he pompous? I don't think he was pompous.
He might, but he just had a trunk.
Sounds like somebody's insinuating that. All right, let's get off this.
Mark, you've been trying to have a question.
I've been trying to segue this for.
You don't got to keep any of this on. And for the record, I only have 2 more pretzels.
And
We're
how
not
many
editing
times do I have
this,
to
so
tell
here's
you
the
I
thing.
don't edit these? If you want to read your "Don't Kill Yourself" books, keep it off air.
Anyway,
Okay, here we go. What are some activities that you do that just make you look like the least cool person ever? For instance, you're playing ping pong. Maybe a ping pong ball goes by you. You chase after the ping pong ball. You can't
I
look
get you.
any less cool than like scampering after a ping pong ball.
yeah, it's an
Okay.
off-balance thing because you want to get it quick, but you're bending
Well, and
over.
then it bounces off a crack and
shuffle it.
then
Reach again. Something kind of similar, but even more embarrassing, in my opinion, is the ricochet basketball hoop when you just take one to the head, especially if you don't see it. Well, it's almost worse if you are under
you
the
kind of
hoop.
raise
just
your hand like,
flinching
yeah, I saw it. I got it.
Just a new person handshake. I'm like, let's keep it simple because I don't know where we're gonna go with this.
Oh, that
So
is.
you put out the strong arm, just the
Just
strong
put it
hand.
out. If you guys, that's how we're doing.
What if someone's going for they come up here high with it?
I'm gonna do my best,
Or
but
they
it's not
come
gonna
low.
be great. Yeah, I'll work.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
just like getting a ping pong ball. I'm not gonna look cool if that's what you're asking.
That's exactly
I just don't
right.
feel
That's
like
a
I
great-
nail it
that's
at
a great
all.
option.
I'll try. I'll give it a go. I'm trying to get the ball, but goddamn, if it ain't moving tough.
Do you
What about A quick tangle. Just getting tangled in something. Like a rope. Or like, I'm stumbling.
How often are you getting tangled in rope? How often are you dealing with rope?
I actually enjoyed those moments.
I'd love to deal with rope more often.
Oh, I had a funny one the other day. I was leaving the grocery store, and I was taking my cart, and it was like late night. I got groceries like after we put Avery to go, and a guy was walking in. I got the grocery cart, and it hits just this huge pothole, and I like just jam into it because there's nothing I could do.
Your grocery cart got a flat?
It hit like a crack in the tile. Like enough to really put me in my place and stop me from moving forward. Didn't see it happen at all. Me and the guy shared a moment. I just go, man, that just happened. And then I just kept moving.
Yeah, that's pretty uncool. Yeah,
I felt fine. I'm like, how did it even happen? It didn't bother me.
On the shopping cart thing, I've had something similar happen where, like, have you ever just had, like, a stuck wheel that just keeps, like, dragging sideways and stuff? I've had it probably twice, at least in my life, where, like, the cart will catch and I'll just, like get myself in the chest with it.
What sucks is you're already to the bread aisle. You already have your produce in. You're not going to go back to, like, exchange the cart. So you're just...
How far back? How far are you going to get away before you're like, I'm going to exchange a cart?
Asparagus?
I'm not... Well, no, not even. I'm not going to lie. Nowadays, if there's the slightest problem with the wheels or, like, the slant, yeah, I'm not dealing with it. I don't want that. I don't need that.
Just switch it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with my grocery shopping adventures is I think most people go like every week and get the essentials, get what you're missing. I go after 2 months and need to spend upwards of $800. Like it's bad.
And the problem with that is then half your stuff goes to waste because you can't get to it in time. And you're like, well, it's all gone.
Waste. You can't use the self checkout because people are looking at you.
Well, you have more than 15
checkout.
Items. You have so many items.
Well, not anymore. They just let you check everything out, and they're like, whatever.
Oh, okay.
They don't care anymore. Yeah.
But the person behind you just grabbing like flowers on Mother's Day, and you have like 80 items because you forgot to grocery shop for the last like year.
Here are my top 3 things that like make your grocery shopping list go to what may be expensive to just absurd, ludicrous speed. It's when you have to get your food and your essentials, but then you have to get laundry detergent, razors, or like deodorant. You're like, Jesus Christ, it's $70 more in it.
You got to go to a market. That's why you can limit it to just food. Once you go to like a Jewel or like a Meijer, then there's like trouble. We need toilet paper. We need shampoo.
Then you're getting into trouble.
I don't care how few of options I need to get. I am never going to do an arm cart. I am going to do their smallest. Well, I'm not a hold the basket guy.
It's funny that you bring that up though, because there's been
yes, you are. I know you are.
There's been so many
like where you have to be. If they don't give me any other option, I'll probably just be like, I'll go somewhere else.
See, this goes back to Mark's other thing. How many times in my life have I been like, oh, it's just 1 or 2 items. I'll just walk around with it, and then I have like 5 things in my arms. I'm like, shit, I need a basket, and then I have to walk back for the basket.
Yeah, but have you ever gotten a basket? You're like, oh, I'm only getting these 3 things, and you're like, God, I didn't know that 10 things were heavy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I don't get
think about 10 of anything. It's going to be heavy.
It's awkward.
It's going to be cumbersome. 10
heavy,
packs of Tic Tacs.
Your hands aren't big enough. Oh, and also back to Mark's question before of activities that make you look stupid. It's not an activity, but getting in the wrong car. I've probably done that three times in my life, looking at my phone.
It's an easy activity. Makes you look dumb if you do it.
Mm-hmm. You've gotten in the wrong car?
The first time it was Game Boy Color. I was going with the parents to the grocery store. I straight up
early. You were a kid, though.
Yep, straight up got in,
I was
sat
thinking
down.
more Uber.
No, I'm saying like as a
early
kid,
on.
I just got into a car. And why wasn't it locked in the Walmart parking lot? I don't know. But I sat in and
it was Iowa?
Well, that's true. It was probably like 30 seconds of me sitting there before I realized because mom
in the wrong car.
Yeah,
30 seconds is a long time.
Yeah, well, because again, I was playing my Game Boy. I just opened the door, sat down, was playing, and then I was like, "Mom and Dad didn't get in." I look around, I'm like, "Uh-oh, this isn't the interior." And I get out, and they're both laughing at me. They didn't do anything.
Hey, listeners, if you go back 30 seconds, we might be talking about Eeyore and shit. That's so long. I can't believe you sat in a car that wasn't yours.
I was looking down the whole time.
How old were you?
A Game Boy Color, I had it for a year or 2.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Game Boy Color's early, Cameron.
I know. I know.
I know.
Easy mistake.
I haven't ever gotten in the wrong car, but I've definitely
never done
to
it.
No.
You've pulled on the wrong handle, like I have a white Camry. And you've
I
put the
really
keys
don't
in
think so.
I've
I
tried
mean,
to get
because
into
oh my
so
God,
many
more
cars
than-
that aren't mine.
more than
maybe
two
maybe
times.
if we grew up before, like you could beep beep, like yeah, that might have happened. But we live in the beep beep age. Like, there's
Yeah,
no way.
we're
What
talking
I have
pre-beep
done,
beep
and this
age.
has happened twice in like into adulthood. I parked in a parking garage, and I didn't even think at all to make any visualization what floor I was on or where I parked. And then I had to fucking do the up and down. I'm like,
You
it
only
is
make that
somewhere.
mistake once or twice, or if
Yeah, I
you've
think
done
I did.
three
I think I did it once for sure.
Yeah, and then you're like, it's just your car's gone forever. It's impounded.
We
No
did talk
shit.
about this once in a previous episode, so I won't tell the story, but I did one time lose my car for like 2 hours at the O'Hare parking lot because I did not pay attention, and the battery was out on the opener, so I
O'Hare.
didn't have a beep beep. I was just like, shit, what
then
gate
you
did I
are just
come in?
fucked.
What section? No idea. I just walked in.
That's rough.
How did you figure it out?
I walked around outside for 2 hours.
Walked around.
Yeah, I just walked through the parking lot until I found the car.
That's
Sucked.
insane, dude.
2 hours
Hey,
about.
let me just say here, 1998 Game Boy Color. You're no more than
Yeah,
7,
it was
8 years
around
old.
there.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
about
around
right. I
then.
would say between 8 and 10 is when I got in that car. Yeah.
Fair.
I guess it's an 8 or 10 year old. Like, kids are stupid, but
I've gotten in the wrong car with my cell phone. That is an Uber situation. But have you guys had someone trying to get in your car thinking it's an Uber?
wait, what?
Twice in my life in the city.
Once. Yes, once.
I've had just a random guy open my door and get in, and then I'm like, "What are you doing?" And then they have to be like, "Uber," and I'm like, "No."
It was never
Oh, I
weird.
don't think
They're
that's ever
very
happened.
apologetic. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like,
You know what's great about that scenario? That doesn't count at all against your rating. That's off the grid interaction.
off the grid.
Open all the fake Ubers you want. It doesn't count against you.
Let's open up our Ubers right now. Let me see your ratings.
I'm more of a Lyft guy. I don't even know if I have my Uber.
I don't care. Let me see your Uber rating right now. Open it up just on the air here.
Well, give me 10
guarantee-
minutes to reset some passwords. That's what I'm telling you. I don't think it's logged in
jeez.
right now.
That means he's a 3.6.
Oh no, I was very high. I had to.
Why? What did you do?
I'm pretty low.
You stayed with your mouth shut?
Yeah, I didn't say a fucking thing. I
that
get
gets
to
you
my
a high rating.
I respond if they talk to me reluctantly without asking.
I'm pretty low.
That's a
and-
slippery slope. Once they ask you one question,
I'm a 4.86.
ooh, you got it.
Out of
Someone
5?
knocked you somewhere around there.
I'm pretty low, and I want to preface. I'm
You've
pretty
seen
sure
this
I know
has
what
come up
happened.
on like
Are you
4
before?
episodes.
Are you under 4?
No, I'm not like a murderer, but like I'm 4.72, which I know is
Oh,
like
I'm
pretty
4.8. That's not that bad.
No, it turns out those points have like Grand Canyon type gasms before them. Like, I bet people have canceled rides for me. This is what happened. Since we lived in Chicago, we took Ubers a lot earlier than anybody else. So when we'd go on like vacations, I'd be the one to get Ubers with groups of like 10 drunk people when I was in my younger 20s, and I think that just dinged me up pretty bad. It's like defaulting on a car loan when you're 19. You're just fucked.
I actually think it
And
was
that's
your
what I did to
bachelor
myself.
party and your friends that maybe brought me down a couple points in my score because I used to be a perfect 5, I thought.
What sucks at that
See?
point is you were the one. You were the
Yeah.
You were the so you took the brunt.
I took the brunt for years.
I'm a 4.91. That can't be right.
Jesus, wow.
Because I'm a
Are you
talker.
insulted?
No, well, what do you mean?
You're like, I can't believe I'm that low, because that sounds like a pretty decent score.
No, I can't believe Mark's that
I'm-
high because he gets in and
I'm
immediately
excited.
strikes up a conversation. And
Well,
there's
the
got to
first
be
thing I
a,
say is this the cash cab. That's my first line. I always say it.
and they're like, it wasn't the last time I picked you up, and it wasn't today, sir.
He's like, how many times? How many times?
I'm actually so low. I'm just back to taxis.
Oh, well, they probably. I mean, they take debit.
Yeah, I
and
think
things
they-
now.
When's
the last
It's
time
all
you-
the same.
When's
They
the last
might have
time
a
you
star
took a taxi?
system, too.
It's been years since I've taken a taxi, like an actual taxi.
Oh, I haven't
Kind of
taken one
exhilarating,
since. Yeah, back in the day, I mean, right when we first moved to Chicago, I used to take nothing but taxis.
Yeah, because Uber wasn't as...
Hailing a
around,
taxi
but-
on like one snap or like one little. I can't whistle, but like imagine whistling and you get a
You know,
taxi.
I've actually
That's
always been pretty good
exhilarating.
about hailing a cab. It's the bigness mostly, I think.
What do you
Just
do?
Hand out the
You
whole
just-
time.
you're-
I just keep a hand up in the air, and I'm staring down the cab. Every cab that comes by, I can't remember if light on is vacant
That's
or
what I was just
not.
about to say.
I can never remember.
Is light on accepting fare or is light on is? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Light
See,
on is,
I
if it's
can't
not
remember,
on,
so I
it's
just stare at every cab like it's an option, and that seems to do it.
So that's why the guy who had the light off, I'm like looking at, like,
What's your problem?
Pick me up, dude.
One of the best taxi experiences, and in the moment I didn't realize it was a big deal, but when I was in college and living downtown, Megan like interviewed for a job out in Northbrook, which is a suburb of Chicago. So I didn't have my car yet, so I took the Metro out there, like at the end of the night.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, she's like, how are you going to get to the hotel that I'm staying? I'm like, well, I'll just get a taxi. They're probably all over the Metros, which they're fucking not. And it was snowing out, and it was around Christmas time.
How
get off the
Manchester,
Metro.
Iowa of you?
Well, yeah, I just lived there probably for like 3 months. I'm like, there's got to be taxis. Why would there not be taxis waiting at the metro station where people park and ride their own fucking cars?
You thought you were like in Manhattan. Everywhere
yeah.
you went.
Well, I did. I left from what's the downtown train station?
Union Station?
blanking. Yeah, I left from. Anyway, I get out there. It's like it's the last train of the night. It's like 9 o'clock on a weeknight. Boom, taxi right there. I get right in. I get dropped off. But now I realize I got in a ghost taxi because there's no way that was a live person. I definitely got taken by a ghost to the DoubleTree Hotel in Northbrook.
I mean, which floor? Scrooge. I'm not sure if we've done
There's
that
no
yet,
way
but-
it wasn't a ghost taxi.
Cool thing about a DoubleTree, they give you cookies.
Oh, I got
cookies.
I got the cookie.
I do love the double
Yeah,
tree
you gotta
cookie.
have the cookie.
All right, I got a question for you guys. Would you rather only order sandwiches from pizza places or only
Are we saying only chain pizza places or
from
any pizza place?
any pizza place you have to go the sub option that they have? Or you can only eat White Castle for your fast food option, like your McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. It can only be White Castle.
I don't even think that's close.
You can still
It's not even
have
close.
pizza at home. You can have DiGiorno, you can have Tombstone and stuff. But like if you go to like a pizza
Wait, I
place,
can't have pizza again?
you can have pizza again. You just can't order pizza at a pizza place. You have to order a sub. You have to order their Italian sandwich.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Or
I'm picking
anytime you want
100% a sandwich at a pizza place. You know how many like awesome Italian
There's
like,
great sandwiches at pizza places.
That's
like,
true.
just an awesome Italian sub.
Yeah, but do you know how many great, awesome pizzas are at those places that you don't get? You get DiGiorno and
Can't believe how
Tombstone.
many
and
awesome
shit.
little sliders you get for like fucking
Oh, no.
Yeah, but think
$8
about-
at 2 a.m. at night.
I am famously anti-White Castle. It is gross, soggy onion burgers. I don't like them.
There's a time for it though,
Yeah,
isn't there?
It was 2 a.m. after our last show, and it was all that was open. I slammed 10 of them. Ugh, I was so sick the next day.
Oh God, there's a
I think
there's a time and a place, man.
It wasn't.
I think
them.
we have to reverse that. Can you only get a sandwich at a pizza place, or we have to pick another restaurant where you have to get their off-menu thing?
See, I
Yeah.
wanted that, but I
Yes.
was trying to think
Yes,
of
right.
another restaurant where there's always that kind of option. You know what I mean?
Burger at a no, they'd probably still do
No,
it.
See,
Well,
that was it. I
steakhouse.
couldn't find a good one.
Chicken at a steakhouse or like
Ooh, I got you. I got you.
What is it?
Like, get a pasta dish at like a steakhouse restaurant, like a general whatever, where like
yeah.
they shouldn't be making pasta.
Or pasta at Applebee's or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's still the sandwich at a pizza place because they make fucking tasty
They
sandwiches.
usually are very good sandwiches, but I'm saying you never get like restaurant pizza again if that's your choice. You know what I mean?
Well, then that's a whole nother thing.
And
'cause
that's
Well,
what it
that's a
is.
whole-
You don't
no,
get
well-
you don't get restaurant pizza again. It's always home pizza.
You
for
just said at each good pizza place that you go that does pizza.
no. Every
you only
pizza
get the
place you go,
sandwich.
every pizza place you go to,
Are you just so I don't get pizza at all ever again?
you get DiGiorno, you get Freschetta, you get Tombstone. You can make your own pizza, but if you
then you
order,
probably
if you buy a
in that
pizza out,
in that scenario you go White Castle because the other options too you got to get pizza at pizza places.
every quick meal for you now has to be White Castle. Think about how often you're going to get
Quick
sick.
meal.
Yeah, every
What do
time.
you mean by quick meal?
Anytime,
Any fast
anytime
food?
you want
I have
McDonald's,
to eat
every
it
time
twice
there's
a
a
day?
Burger King, it's like, oh nope, it's gonna be just White Castle. Actually, it's not like every meal. It's just anytime you would get fast food, it's
I think
always
for
gonna be
this
White
reason-
Castle.
I would
That-
just try to train my mind to be healthier, I guess, and not
I'm not
eat
doing
fast
fast
food.
food.
Yeah, I just I don't know.
I mean, there's gonna
I
be
think the
times you're
pizza's
out
a
and
much
about.
bigger
You're gonna
incentive.
You
eat
keep
fast
moving
food.
the goalpost here. Is
No,
what's happening.
no. These were always the rules. I just did a bad job explaining it.
Got it.
I get what you're saying. It's just that
That's the closest equivalent.
in
I
that
could find.
scenario you're gonna
I'm
want
going White Castle.
yeah
me
you're gonna
too.
want good
I
pizza
flipped.
more than you
Yeah, I want good pizza more than I want McDonald's or Burger King over
Yeah.
White Castle.
And
Either-
I'll try to train myself not to do quick meals again. I just think
You're gonna be eating White Castle, and I'll even give you the caveat that like every
Yeah.
time, like every location of a McDonald's or Burger King, like
is a White Castle.
Yeah, it's just a white. The convenience is there for you. I'll say.
Do you want to know?
So you're pulling off the road, or you see like instead of like a
White
Wendy's,
Castle.
it's just White Castle.
White Castle.
Oh, but I
That's
do
all
have a
you
question:
get.
does it replace all those?
Yeah.
To you have that many White Castle
Yeah,
options?
I'll say that for
It's
you.
a little fun. Oh, White Castles.
Here's the one thing I do
Hey,
always
their
say.
mod sticks decent.
Not bad. The shrimp nibblers, they come and go, but they
Don't
do
know if they're
have
called nibblers.
interesting. That's what they call them. They do have interesting soda fountain options. They have Fanta. They have like orange pop, purple. They have different things going on.
Ooh, you know what I kind of like about? I haven't really delved in it too much. Moving back to Iowa, Mellow Yellow is back in the game. It is everywhere.
Well, have you tried the new Starry? I think there's a
Yeah, I
reason
think
why.
he's thinking
Is
Starry.
Starry is that
He's incorrect here.
replacing
It already did.
Sprite?
No. Sierra Mist
Sierra
no
Mist.
longer exists. Now it's called Starry,
Oh.
and they changed the flavor profile a little bit. So
But it's still just Pepsi's Sierra Mist.
yeah, but now
Sprite.
it's just called Starry. So I think that's why I've been also seeing a lot of 7
And
Up.
what is that called again?
Starry.
Okay.
See, I've been seeing a lot of Mellow Yellow and 7 Up too, and I think that's why, because the new Starry kind of sucks, and those are preferable lemon lime drinks for me. Even Squirt. I'd much rather have a Squirt than Starry.
Didn't love the way you said
Squirt.
Squirt. You want to know a sneaky Squirt-like type? It's the Doritos grapefruit. That's where it's fucking at.
Wait, what?
Best flavor of
grapefruit.
Doritos.
Gotcha.
The grapefruit flavored Doritos.
Oh,
Mark?
yes.
You a pineapple guy?
That's a premier. You are correct. In the glass bottle. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. You are
Grapefruit
correct.
Doritos is where it's at.
I don't often, but I'd say like at least once a year, I'll go through like a month span where I'm like, I'm probably going to get 4-packs and 6-packs of glass bottles of like Coke and Dr. Pepper.
I don't know why.
And
I don't know. I was thinking you were thinking of Topo Chico, which is just like the
Sparkling
glass
water.
bottle LaCroix, Mexican LaCroix.
It is better out of the glass, though. I think you can get it, but it just is.
Can I tell you guys something quick that I thought you guys might find interesting? Okay, so I do have news for you, headlines for you later. But do you want to hear the top headlines that I got all across the internet while I was just doing my search? Because you guys give me a lot of shit about bringing animal news your way. But here are all the stories that I'm...
Cameron's about to delve into the debt ceiling.
No. Here are all the headlines I'm not doing today.
Hey, give me 1 second. Can I pause just for a second?
Wait, is this whole segment? Here's what I'm. This is.
These are the new segments I'm
fuck with that.
not
Give me
doing.
1 second, okay?
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30
Okay, I mean,
seconds. What are you doing?
Cameron, I thought of a couple other activities that just make you look really not cool.
Sure. Send them my way.
Just
Yeah.
like licking a melting ice cream cone.
Yeah,
just like
popsicle, sucking anything, kind of a popsicle sucker. Anything,
tough look.
You know, anything on a stick really isn't a good look.
Yeah, or like anything too hot. Like,
Hey, question. When you eat pasta, do you do it with the spoon and try to get like a good sized bite, or do you just kind of slurp it up still?
like, do I twirl the fork on the spoon? Like,
Yeah,
like
do you-
with spaghetti.
Yeah. Do you try to get like a real formal?
I'm not a
like-
soprano. No, I whatever. I'm just shoveling it into my mouth.
I'll say sometime if I'm at a restaurant, I'll use the spoon, but it's still dangling off the fork, and it's not like it's not a good spiraling. I'll say even with the spoon.
I'm not
size.
good at the spiraling. Maybe that's what it is. I maybe do something that's probably sacrilegious for any Italian, but just
Your hands.
I'll cut
Oh,
it.
wow,
No,
your hands.
I'll cut it. I'll cut it.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a toddlerish thing. Kind of you like hot dogs in there. Is that what you like?
No one's cutting it for me. I'm cutting it for myself. And yeah, I'll
When's
pop
last-
in a couple of hot dogs.
When's the last
in there.
time you
Why
had
not?
like SpaghettiOs and just like a good old like bad Chef Boyardee like can thing?
From the jump? I never loved them.
Oh no, they weren't.
Hated them as a
They
kid.
weren't great. No, in order.
But I get what you're saying. I mean, probably since early mid 2000s.
the raviolis doable. The SpaghettiOs, the sauce was always so tomato soupy or something. So
It's tomato soup. It's tomato soup
Yeah.
and some like just noodles.
yeah, I guess I just hate tomato soup is the problem, kind of.
Is
Unless-
this
like
the
it
news
was grilled
stories you were
cheese.
talking about?
Oh no!
Is-
Now we're
is this-
back into these news headlines. So again, I usually bring escaped animal news to you, but here are all the headlines I'm not touching today. Peeping goat captured. What the hell is that?
Chris,
1 second.
Mark became a rummy during this. That's an uncle.
You guys can't just hang around for 1 second, huh? So here are all the headlines we're not doing today. Peeping goat captured. Loose chicken rescued in Subway.
The fuck's a peeping goat?
We're not going to find out. Snake slithers into substation and cuts power for 16,000. 3 steers rounded up.
That sounds
Say
like
that
somebody
one again.
bad at their job.
Snake slithers into substation, cuts power for 16,000.
Say that 5 times. That's like Sally Shell.
3 steers rounded up by big. Wait, oh no. So yeah, 3 steers rounded up. Big city cop wrangles horses. Husky escapes shelter, destroys lobby. Snake found in drawer. Police help alligator cross the road. And those are all the ones I'm not touching. Animal related.
Oh, this is actually a great segment for next week. Cameron, you come up with like 2 truths and or like 1 truth and 2 lies
for the stories?
or something. Yeah, and like we just pick we try to pick which one of those is actually true. Because snakes slithering in 7th Street Station subway at 7:00.
Yeah, my alliteration won't be that good. Here's one that you guys want to hear.
I do have a question though. If you became Voldemort and all of a sudden you get to touch Harry Potter, which story would you touch now? If you could.
I do want to find out what's going on with the peeping goat capture.
Don't touch it though.
Jordan
Don't
the
touch
Reader
it.
is really coming out right
Yeah,
now.
really. Peeping goat captured. I think we're all a little curious what was going on there. I think the rest of
instantly.
the rest of the titles speak for themselves.
I'll tell you what. I'm sad that goat got captured, but I hope binoculars are involved. I hope he's a real peeper.
Speaking of crazy animal headlines, do you guys want to hear about a drunk driving dog?
Sure.
So it wasn't drunk.
It just got caught at a checkpoint. It's like, I didn't have any. I had a beer. I had 1 beer.
Kind of. A Colorado man tries to trade places with dog during his DUI test. This is in Springfield, Colorado. A driver who was pulled over for speeding tried to switch places with his dog that was in shotgun to avoid arrest. The officer watched him do the maneuver inside the car before he got out and talked to him in the passenger side. The man was clearly showing signs of being intoxicated, and he argued with the cop, saying that he was not the one driving the vehicle. That's the entire story.
What's your nationality? German. Occupation? Shepherd.
Worth a try.
You're right. I maybe should have looked up the peeping goat thing, found out what was going on there.
Don't touch it. You're not touching it.
What, the peeping goat?
Yeah, but if you do, tell us the story.
Oh, God, no. I'd have to actually
touch you now.
I'd have to look it up. Do you guys want to hear about Princess Diana's saucy greeting cards?
Sure.
I don't know if I do.
Well, you're going to hear about it anyway. They recently sold at auction. We'll get the price for how much. And they're greeting cards that she wrote to the Greek king. The greeting cards featured adult themes that Princess Diana sent to him that sold at auction for $8,677 on Wednesday. Do you guys want the cards? Here's what they say. It's going to... Okay. The first one says, "What's the definition of a perfect man?" And then it shows a little person with a 10-inch tongue who can breathe through his ears. The second card, yeah, a little saucy. This
little zesty.
I don't get the vibe that somebody that's born into royalty and becomes a king is big into like pleasuring anyone, right? Like I feel like
they want to be pleasured.
Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty selfish one-way street.
The other card was a picture of a naked Adam and Eve, and it says, "Adam came first. Men always do." So apparently, it was based off. I guess they were having a
zesty there, Diana.
I guess it was based.
What they
off,
call her, the people's princess or something, and
was.
that's why.
Apparently, it was based off some joking they'd been doing at an event before, but no one really knows the origin or why she sent these saucy cards. But that's all.
I believe the word is adultery. I think that's what we're looking for.
Yeah. Do you guys? Let's take some guesses here. This is my last news story of the most expensive ice cream. It's a serving at a restaurant. How much do we think it is?
I know this though. I know this from watching cooking shows and these type of things.
It's all gold leaf.
Here's how you make anything expensive. You put truffles, you put caviar, or you put gold leaves in it.
Gold leaf.
And most of the time,
this is fucking Breyers with $20,000 worth of gold leaves or whatever it is. Lay it on.
And funny enough, I was just watching an episode of Worth It, the BuzzFeed show where they go around eating stuff, and they do have like
Jordan nailed it.
Well, yeah, you're somewhat right. The cost is $6,696 per serving. So that's just like a scoop of ice cream is like the serving here.
gold leaf to put in a 10 carat.
It's that
fucking. It's
How
bullshit.
definitely a
rich
little
do you
bit
have
of
to
that,
be to even do something so stupid like that?
I bet the gold leaf can't taste good or like anything anyway. It's like,
No.
what's the point?
It's like fondant.
So it's a Japanese ice cream company assembling the world's rarest ingredients. So that's also part of it to create this. Guinness World Record announced the Japanese brand Gelato earned the record for the most expensive ice cream with its new flavor dubbed Bayukaya.
Yeah, get all those buzzwords in there.
Jordan's right. The pricey ingredients include white truffles grown in Alba, Italy, that cost around $6,900 per pound. It also includes Parmigiano Reggiano and sake lees.
We're putting cheese. We're putting fish eggs.
Yeah,
it's
they're putting
not going to taste any better than natural Breyer's vanilla bean that you can get at Jewel Osco for $5.99.
It's gonna taste worse because it's gonna have truffles on it.
True.
Have you had truffle on anything, and even just truffle oil on fries?
Don't
It's
love
mostly
it. It's
that,
a trigger
yeah.
word.
It's overwhelmingly. It's like, okay, if I wanted a truffle, I would have ordered a truffle, but I want fucking fries.
Did you guys see the Nicolas Cage Pig movie?
No, I never did. I
No.
meant to.
No.
You said it was good though, right? You saw it.
Anybody see the Ramfield or whatever?
Oh yeah, I started it the other day, but it got late, and we're like, let's give this a
That's
time
right.
and actually watch it. So
Were you feeling it though?
yeah, it seemed like it was going to be enjoyable. It seemed fun. Yeah, it was just too late. We shouldn't have started it. Just bad timing on our part.
That's the biggest thing when it comes to. I'm going back to overpriced things and auctions. I get that people are rich and they want to spend their money and people like to collect things, but if we were to ever create a heist, then we'd have to get into the auction game because how else are you got to sucker people into buying this shit. I can't believe it.
NFTs.
We also have to figure out a way better place to assassinate the president than just across the pond from a.
Nope, that checks.
No, that seems easy. That seems like the way.
Don't overthink it. You're just gonna get yourself in trouble if you overthink it. You go for the unexpected.
In the train sound, you guys make train sounds ever?
What?
Choo choo,
Chugga
like
chugga.
that.
How many chuggas before the choo choo?
Chugga chugga. Wait, how many chugga?
How many chugga chuggas before the?
I need to know. Are you saying how many chuggas or how many chugga chuggas?
Chugga chugga.
Chugga chugga.
Chugga.
Okay, so chugga chugga. So chugga chugga chug. Wait, chugga 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 chug.
Choo choo.
So 4.
4
I'm
chuggas,
3.
right?
Chugga 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 chugga.
What is Jordan?
Chugga.
You're going
That's
4
6.
chuggas
I'm
in
4.
there. You're
I'm
going
4.
chugga 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 and counting that as 1.
I want to hear Jordan. Hold on, Jordan, go.
Chugga. I don't fucking know. I thought for sure 3. Chugga.
It's 4. Why would it be an odd number?
That's how I feel. I can't think. Mark, do you have an answer?
Oh, maybe it is 6. Chugga, choo, choo. That's me.
Chugga.
That's jazz, baby.
Chugga. It's 4.
Come.
4.
Chugga. That's 2 per
It
one.
could be 16.
Chugga. 2. That's 4.
Chugga.
Chew.
Do you do 8 though? Maybe it's a longer train.
I'm
It's gotta
stopping
speed up.
this now. People can only hear us do chugga for so long. But interesting.
Well, let us know what your number
Yeah,
is.
please hit us up on social media, Urban Hermit Pod, to let us know your chuggas. You guys have any more topics for this week? I'm actually fresh out.
Let me look. I probably do.
In sports news, the Denver Nuggets beat the Lakers, and now people who don't watch the NBA is like, oh, Nikola Jokic is the best, and he's really good.
News to me.
Super good.
He's just fucking amazing, and I follow the NBA now. People are like, did you hear about this guy? It's like, yeah, for the last 7 years.
We'll get through this
he's
quick,
really,
but
really
what was
good.
crazy is the exact same lineup. It's the exact same Final Four in the playoffs as the bubble year, which a lot of people love to say it didn't count.
Oh yeah, they dismissed
Whatever,
it. Which is
they
dumb.
dismissed it. It's an asterisk. So it's fun to see it actually the same Final Four play out in
I
a real
completely
setting.
forgot the Celtics were in the bubble year.
Yeah.
They must have been fucking young then.
I really didn't
Oh, yeah,
watch much of the
for sure.
bubble NBA when it was on till the end.
They didn't have. I don't think
I
Jimmy
did.
had anything. Jimmy didn't have. I don't think he had Kyle Lowry at that point.
No, I don't think Lowry was on it. I think that might have been the coming out of the one dude Tyler Hero. I think he kind of broke when he was younger there.
And was
Anyway,
is he injured right now?
Yeah, he got injured. You know what's fun about the bubble year? And this is the right time to talk about it. It felt like as close as the NBA could get to the NCAA tournament. Because they were like all there and like the games were happening all the time. I liked the bubble. It was fun.
Yeah, that setup of the tournament was actually kind of fun of just keeping it close quarters like that.
I love how they put like little things you could buy a seat still.
Oh,
you
you got the fake people in there.
Cardboard thing, or like you want like a green screen and you like someone's like live streaming and they're there. Like that's so
at least with
stunning.
Overpriced gold ice cream, you get to eat ice cream. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I hope it went to charity, but my guess is that charity was called the NBA.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I came across this earlier. It's not something I had in my house growing up, but it's a laundry chute. And I feel like Cameron and you, Jordan, I feel like you may have taken it for granted. Laundry chutes are sick. They're cool. You get to throw your laundry dirty clothes down.
You're preaching to the choir, baby. We grew up with a laundry chute, and I miss it all the time.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you took it for granted. Did you?
Oh, no. I knew at the time how great it was. You just throw it down there, and your mom does it later. But have you seen...
It's like you're throwing it into the hamper, but it's straight down to the laundry room. And that, unfortunately, was somebody else's problem.
It does make things way easier, because, I mean, even just like the first house, having to walk like 3 flights of stairs for me to do our laundry did suck and make me not want to do it. But when it's already just waiting for you in a pile and you just have to dump it, it does make it much more convenient.
I think if you were to count these 3 things kind of similar in a house that doesn't... Similar things in a house that don't exist as much, this is where I'd rank. Laundry chute, just because I had it, number 1.
So cool.
Dumbwaiter, number 2, and I don't think I'd ever use
told
it.
Me that I
You're
should
right.
fear the dumbwaiter, though.
You gotta deal with ghosts.
Okay, suspect
right.
1.
Number 3 is an intercom system. That seemed like something that when we were kids was the future, but they suck.
And if it's real scary,
like,
it's the servant bells. Yeah, that's where.
Oh yeah. All right, maybe get dumbwaiter out of there. They're actually too scary.
Yeah, they're terrifying. Oh no, I don't want those at all. Coal cellar kind of thing. Like the
laundry chutes of shit. Oh,
like,
what are the
like seeing in Home Alone?
What are the doors on the outside that go to the cellar?
Cellar doors.
What are those called?
Just cellar doors. Just
that's it. There's not another name
pantry
for it?
cellar doors. I'm pretty sure they're just cellar doors.
Meaning, like, it's the only way in and out. It doesn't, like, connect to anything. Like, you exit outside.
You're thinking like a storm shelter? You're thinking like a fallout shelter?
But, like, outside of, like, old basements. Anyway, whatever it is, pass.
I feel like at your house, Cameron, like, just because I didn't have a laundry chute, like, I'd be like, oh, damn, dude, drop my phone down there.
Nah.
Mind if I go?
Nah, the biggest fear is always cats getting...
No, that's what I would do because I didn't have anything to put down there. I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh, you just want to throw stuff? You could have thrown some stuff.
I dropped my own shit down there.
all kinds of things.
Could I have?
Yeah, if you wanted our mom to do your laundry, you sure could have. Yeah, ain't no problem.
Are dumbwaiters just used for servants to take breakfast up and down stairs?
I think so.
And then obviously ghost transport?
Yeah, just foods and things and like I think so.
Okay, yeah. I don't like those. Actually, take dumbwaiters off. They're frightening.
Hey, you brought it up, man.
I just had to think of one of 3 things to go with the other 2.
Anything else for this week, or should we wrap it up?
Before we do you want to touch on that goat peeper? Or
I did look. I told you we're not touching him. Well,
we're not touching
thanks for listening to this episode of Urban Hermit. If you like what you heard, make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Rate and review. If you want more content out there, hit up the whole Majestic Jam Network, Cold Classics Podcast, I'm Not Crazy, the Highwire Podcast. And if you want to keep the conversation going, make sure you hit us up on social media and at Urban Hermit Pod. Catch you in the next one. Bye.